Now, they say there is no smoke without fire, but I am with Mr. Smoke himself, with a PhD in smoke. Tell us a little bit about what you do and Azelis.
Yes, thanks for coming to our booth. Azelis is the second largest specialty distributor in the world. We are distributing a long range of food ingredients, but a small portion of that, there we are our own manufacturer. We have a smoke factory in Denmark, located in Denmark, and from that we develop a range of products for the food industry. If you take the smoke flavoring today, a lot of people ask, what is a smoke flavor? You can imagine a smoke cloud, but it's difficult to imagine a smoke in a bottle. So a lot of consumers think that smoke is something synthetic, it's something artificial, but in fact what we do and what a few manufacturers do worldwide is that we take the smoke vapor down into the bottle. We condense the smoke into a water phase, and I have an example here. I can show you here.
So this is a jar of smoke that we're seeing, right?
Smoke. So you have some condensing systems. We burn woods in our factories, not only us, but also the other smoke manufacturers in the market. And then we capture the smoke flavor components in water. And then we have a raw material that we can plate on a lot of different carriers, like into a powder, into an oil, in emulsions and so on. So it suits what the food manufacturer needs. If you take smokes today, there's a high interest for smokes in the market. There's a high interest for using smokes in various foods, not only the traditionally like smoked bacon, smoked ham, sausages, but also in chocolate flavors. It can be in barbecue sauces, in soups and sauces. And this is the message that we would like to bring to our visitors today. If you look on smoke used as a flavor component in new food launches in the market today, the last 3 to 5 years, then we have seen that smoke has become very, very popular. The most popular flavor components are still cheese, nuts, potato, but then smokes is number 4 if you look on launches in the savory segment today. So, just open the television, you see programs where people are barbecuing and adding smokes. You see an increasing amount of smokes and bottles in the retail, in supermarkets that you can buy and bring home and use. So smoke is in fact natural smoke brought down into a bottle. There's nothing about it which is artificial or cheaty. It's smoke in a bottle.
Well, I had no idea that is how you could transport smoke, essentially. Now, you could bottle it. It's fascinating. So what are some of the more unusual or unexpected products that you're seeing being flavored by your smoke?
As I said before, we see more and more smoke as a flavor enhancer, because you can add smoke in tomato soups, you can add smoke in like minestrone soups. And if you just add it in a very, very small portion, you don't get its smokiness, but it boosts the overall flavor. And this is what we are when we are having a lot of customers coming to training session in our labs. We have, I think it's 13 labs. Lately, we opened a lab in Romania. It's very, very important for us to have our food labs to demonstrate to our customers what we are doing in our food labs. But then we are presenting soups with a little small dosage of a smoke flavor, and compared to the control, you can see a remarkable difference. So instead of using MSG or other flavor enhancers, in fact you can use smoke flavorings in a small portion to boost your overall flavor. This is one of the things. But of course, overall, today in the market, approximately 30 to 35% of all smoked foods are smoked with liquid smoke. Still, a high portion is smoked with traditional smoking, but we see that market is opening up. We expect in the future a 2-digit growth for smoke flavorings for the traditional segments like meat, fish and poultry. Frankfurters, we see a lot of growth in the smoke, because the smoke process at the meat processor, it's really the bottleneck. It's the bottleneck to take it into the smoking chambers. And the meat processors today, they have to bring in woods, and then they have to burn the woods at the meat factory. And then they have to burn the woods, they have to lead the smoke flavors into the chamber. What we are doing is that when we condense the smoke in our factories, then we take away the tar, because in all smokes you have tar phases in. So we take away the smoke, the tar, and then we have a much more clean product. that you can spray into your smoke chamber, so the meat processors, they don't have to bring in woods and burn themselves in the meat factory. And that will significantly decrease the smoking time. And because you decrease the smoking time or the overall processing time, you also see higher yields. You see reduced cleaning cost. You see healthier and more consistent products coming out of your meat process.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like there's certainly a lot of benefits to working with Azelis.
What we sell, because smoke is really multifunctional, it's flavor, it's color, it's texture, and it's a preservative. And that's why I think in Germany they call it die Knack, or snapping in English. You know, this is did you hear that? Was it? Yeah. It is the smoke which is making the texture on the sausage. So in Denmark we have a slogan that says "Know it on the knack," right? So this is one part. Another part is we have a range of browning agents. Some of them are based out of the smoke flavorings, where we have reduced significantly the smoky flavor, so you just have the color back. Or we have a range which is based on sugars, which is going through a similar process. So now you have a range which only is giving the color. It's giving a nice brown golden color. There's no smoke flavor at all. And we have two examples here. This is what you normally would do. You would take the poultry, you would take it down, you would put it in the oven, and then it would come out look like this. This here has been dipped into a scan gold solution, a browning solution, and cooked exactly in the same way, same temperature, same time, and then you get this color.
Really different.
Like to eat.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's well, definitely like it's a bit more caramelized.
Much more caramelized, much more appealing. So from that process, you can in fact gain much more color. You can still, another time, you can reduce the cooking time, because typically when you process your poultry in the industry, you need to cook it until it's done. You know, it has the right core temperature, it's ready. But then you often have to cook it more to get a nice brown color. If you use, for example, our Scango, our browning agents, you can get the color much faster, reduced processing time, more yields, and then if you are using colors, you can replace colors with this more natural solution.
Thank you very much for your time. It's been fascinating. Thank you.
Thank you.